Hi everyone, and welcome to Visit Luzerne County. This is our second show, and if you tuned in the first show, you know there's a zillion things happening. You know, it's interesting. Some of you have made some comments about the fact that I started the show off last week about the farmer in Africa who wanted to search for diamonds, and he sold his farm very cheaply, and he went all over Africa trying to find it. He began despondent. Couldn't find the diamonds he wanted and ended up killing himself, jumping into a river. Fortunately for the person who bought his own farm, was going to the farm that day and found some kind of a rock. Turned out to be a major diamond. It was the biggest diamond farm in the country of Africa. So we look at what we have in our backyard, and some lady said to me, she said, I never looked at it that way. And it's interesting that there's so many things happening in Luzerne County, and Alan Stout, who is the executive director here, mentioned that it's a $1 billion industry, right?
Yeah, certainly. And you know, we just had Governor Shapiro in the area a few weeks ago announcing an entire new branding of marketing Pennsylvania tourism, and so. You know, the state realizes as well, obviously, you know, what an important part of the economy tourism is throughout the whole Commonwealth.
You know, you see these advertisements from the different states, you know, California, they'll show you different things, or Florida, they'll show you this, or Oregon. All different states show you different highlights of what's going on. It's something that would be nice that we would be able to do for the state of Pennsylvania, because oh my God, there's so many things happening.
You know, so much here all throughout the whole state. Obviously, all the colonial and revolutionary history in Philadelphia, and Civil War history in Gettysburg, and then all the trails and outdoor attractions all throughout the Commonwealth. So we're happy to be a part of it up here in the northeast part of this.
Now, some of you, my friends, have relatives that live, you know, they come in to visit from out of state, and sometimes they'd like to know where to go. Now, I would encourage you to do one thing, to go to their website, visitluzernecounty.com. And they have the calendar of events, everything that's happening on there. I know we have an interesting show today because we have Ali McKittrick from Hazleton we'll be talking about Rockin the Mountain. But first of all, congratulations to you. You know, the radio, how many years? You had the recent anniversary.
Oh, yeah, Music on the Menu on 105 The River. We're on 20 years now.
Yeah.
So the Music on the Menu name has been associated with myself now for 30 years, because I started writing the newspaper column in '94, and the radio station.
Well, you're old now.
I am.
What am I doing, an old guy on this show?
Ali will be in too. No, but it's not, so it's 30 years and 20 years on the radio. So thank you.
Yeah.
You know, and that, you know, it relates to Luzerne County because we are celebrating some of the great work from people here in northeastern Pennsylvania, artists, musicians, songwriters. Get the opportunity to put them on the radio, and sometimes there's only a few shows in the whole area like ours, so it's a unique opportunity to expose people to some of this great music.
And
I feel very privileged to do it.
It's a great opportunity for the local musicians and bands, and which are really good. That's why I used to do the Spotlight Talent Showcase. And tons of talent in northeastern Pennsylvania. I miss doing that show because it was an opportunity for people who had talent. I mean, not only kids. I mean, we're talking about elderly people who wrote poems or sang or wrote music. And you give them that opportunity, which I think is fabulous.
Thank you. And you know, it's certainly, you know, D.C. Taylor produces a show with me and he co-hosts, but it's not about us. We play 13, 14 songs in an hour, so we try to use our airtime for the music.
Yeah. We enjoyed doing those shows, and so they were really interesting.
Well, you understand. Yeah, you've done it.
Yeah, I mean, when we were taping you up at the Mohegan.
Oh, right. Yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah.
And we did some great stuff at Breakers and in the studio with the radio show.
And it gave me an opportunity of having a night off, too. See, my wife and my daughter were doing all the work, and my son, okay.
Right.
But it was a good opportunity. Now, I know we have Ali McKittrick coming on, and she'll just a zillion things happening, my friend.
So
you
much
know.
to talk about this month.
So let's talk about what's happening on your end before we bring Ali on.
Well, we are a part of the Rockin the Mountain music series, and we've been working with the city of Hazleton on it since last August, but we're going to wait till Ali comes in to reveal more of the details. But we're really excited about doing those shows at City View Park in June. Other stuff happening in June all throughout Luzerne County. The Edwardsville Pierogi Festival will be happening on June 7th and 8th. This is probably about the 10th year for this festival. It takes place right in Hopkins Park, right in the middle of Edwardsville. They bring in these great pierogi vendors from all over northeastern Pennsylvania. They have crafts and rides and other food as well. And it's real live music, and it's really grown into one of the nice festivals that we have here in northeastern Pennsylvania. Of course, we have the Kielbasa Festival later in the summer and the Tomato Festival in Pittston. But the Pierogi Festival is usually the first one that gets it all started off. I'll be one of the judges there on.
Where is it at?
It's right in the middle of Edwardsville, in Hopkins Park. So, you know, if you come down Main Street,
Who makes the
Edwardsville,
pierogies?
well, they bring in vendors from all over, and they have a contest actually where they could be entered from a business or a church, and then they have the individuals who make them at home. But the vendors are usually just local businesses that have portable kitchens.
Yeah,
you know.
well, it can
trailer. I was blanking on the word.
Yeah, is someone who makes pierogies they feel they have the best pierogies? Could they bring it for the contest?
Yeah, I mean, you have to work all that out with the festival in advance to enter into the contest. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's sometimes 12 different entries in each category. So there can be, you know, maybe 25 different style pierogies to choose.
Yeah, so you say
you're
you're
creative with them too.
Yeah, you're going to be one of the judges?
Yeah, I've done it a couple times.
Okay,
Whenever they ask me, I say yes. Who's going to say no?
That's right. Yeah, well, I hate tall people like you. You know why? You can eat all you want, and you gain 10 pounds, you can't say it.
Well,
short
no.
little guys like me, I gain 5 pounds, you
No.
think I gained 20.
Oh, I'm telling you, Sam, it's not true.
Yeah, get back to when you're looking at doing the judging of pierogies. That's a difficult task. It's like judging sauce or judging meatballs or whatever.
It's taken very seriously.
Yeah, yeah. Now, you don't know that this pierogi came from this vendor.
No, they're numbered.
They're numbered.
And
Okay.
so they put them in front of you, and you taste it, and you rate it on a scale from 1 to 5, and you don't know who it's from, and then they take the total up, and then they announce the winner. So
Okay, so what are you looking
you can't
for?
vote. You can't vote for your grandma's pierogies. or
You
anything
know,
like
no.
that.
So being a judge, what are you looking for in a pierogi?
For me, I don't like fried pierogies. I like them boiled, sautéed with butter and onion, and that's usually how they're presented to us at the festival. Texture, taste, you know, one of the categories is even appearance, which I think is funny. Like you rate them on how.
Oh,
you know,
good. Cute little pierogi.
yeah.
Isn't this a cute little pierogi? Yeah.
Which I
Let's
don't
turn
really-
it over. Oh, he's cute.
Yeah. I don't really care about that much, to be honest with you. How's it taste?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that is
yeah,
one of
yeah.
the categories.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
How many judges?
Oh gosh, there's usually about 8 for each, 8 to 10.
Yeah.
They go to. We're sitting at a long table, and they place them in front of us. And
Now, do you eat one? Okay, because I mean, there's a lot of vendors.
I'll tell you a funny story about that, Sam. So, the first year I did it, they give me a pierogi, and I eat it, and I'm waiting for the next pierogi, and then I noticed that they have this little takeout carton for you, and I noticed all the other judges were taking a bite and putting the rest in there to take home, and I'm like, what are you doing that for? You know, I mean, I could eat 10 pierogies. So you don't have to eat it all. You could
Just a taste.
Yeah, you could have 1 bite, 2 bites. You could eat the whole thing, and they don't care. But they do give you the opportunity to, if you don't want to eat all 10 of them.
Give it to Alan. He'll eat them all. Don't worry. We're just going to take a bite, but Alan will eat them all.
Hey, yo, down here.
So,
No, I actually didn't. I did not eat them all last time because I was more aware that I didn't know you could do that the first year, to be honest with you. So I thought I had to eat them all.
well, that would give you a better opportunity because when you're eating a whole thing, you got a whole different type of taste.
Yeah.
Okay. It must be a lot of fun.
It is fun, and you know, it's just the whole event is fun.
Before you get to you ever get one of these? Oh my God, this is terrible. Yeah.
I have
I
not.
can just see, that's my pierogi.
I have not. No, I have not. They're all. It's tough sometimes.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I'm glad that I'm not totaling up the
I'm gonna
numbers
put that
later.
down. I'm gonna go and see. I want to see you how you react. You have to be such a, you got to taste it and make. Oh, it's really good if it's lousy. I don't
Yeah.
think you ever got a lousy pierogi.
No, I did
done.
not.
No,
No.
I
And I've got a good poker face. I'm expressionless.
Are you?
I'm
Yeah.
writing down my number.
Sort
We
of like
all
when
are.
we do our show. All right, what else we got going on?
Oh boy, let's look ahead. So that's the first one coming up. That's coming up this weekend, actually, of the 7th and 8th. June 13th, our friends at the Greater Wyoming Valley Chamber of Commerce are holding their second annual Light Up the Valley event. This is a great event that they do on Public Square. They recognize 40 individuals from the community who are out there trying to make Luzerne County and northeastern Pennsylvania a better and brighter place, I believe is the way that they describe it. They have live music. It kind of coordinates, with some other events that are happening downtown that night. And our own Sarah Harris, who is our sales and marketing director, and she'll be joining you on some of these shows later in the year as well. I'm not going to do them all, so Sarah will be coming on with you. She is one of the recipients of this year. So we congratulate Sarah on her Changemaker Award, and our whole staff will be there to support and celebrate her and all of the other 40 recipients. Moving on after that, one of my favorite events is coming up June 21st through the 23rd. That's Riverfest. And that happens at Nesbitt Park in Kingston. And basically, it celebrates the history and the beauty of the Susquehanna River. I've always loved the river, Sam. I mean, growing up in the valley when you were a little kid, you were told by your parents, don't stay away from the river, don't go down by the river. Of course you were. They're afraid you're going to get goofy and jump in and drown.
Yeah, you would do that.
And it was considered to be, back even in the 70s, it was, it was just, maybe it was post-Agnes trauma, but just stay away from that thing. And what I learned, in my teen years, going on some bike riding along the river and so forth, is that the river's beautiful.
It is.
It really is. It's one of the oldest rivers in the world. The word Susquehanna, I read once, is considered one of the most beautiful words in our language. And so Riverfest celebrates the history and the beauty of the Susquehanna River. They have a festival in Nesbitt Park where they have food and crafts, and they have live music, and they have some Native American stand every year with some beautiful displays from Native American history. And one of the great parts about Riverfest too is it gives you the opportunity to kayak on the Susquehanna. And so you can go Friday night or Saturday. There's a longer journey and a shorter one. I've done the longer one twice, where you start up in Harding near Falls and come all the way down to the Market Street Bridge. So you're out on the river for about 4 hours. And what's great about it is you could be a novice kayaker. I mean, most people would not want to go out on the Susquehanna on a kayak if you weren't a kayaker. But that was the case for me the first time. They have guides. They go out the night before. They scout the river. They look for the currents. If the river's too high, they don't even do the kayaking. So it's safe. You're with a group of people. You get instructions. And it's a wonderful experience. You could feel safe. I did it first by myself. The second year I did it was with my son. And it's an amazing experience because you could see sort of the evolution of the Wyoming Valley as you kayak. There's parts of this journey where if you're north near Falls, it looks the same, the sides of the river, as it would have to a Native American in a canoe 300 years ago.
Wow.
It's untouched.
Yeah.
And you're taken by this.
Yeah, the river is beautiful as long as it's not flooding.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
That's a beautiful thing, Anything else before we bring Ali on?
Well, a couple more things.
Yes.
Yeah. So the same night as Riverfest kicks off, we will be showing the Agnes Flood documentary. And so the Agnes documentary, which we premiered two years ago at the Kirby Center, this is the first time it's being shown in public as a free public showing. And what's special about this showing is we're doing it in conjunction with Riverfest, and it's taking place right on the side of the Susquehanna at the Millennium Circle. And some of the major events of the Agnes documentary, including the great sandbagging effort to save the valley, happen right where you'll be watching this movie. Wow. And so I've had quite a few people over the last few weeks as we're getting closer say, I'm really looking forward to seeing that movie in that spot.
Really exciting, yeah.
A different kind of perspective. Pride Fest is happening on June 23rd on Public Square. That's an annual event which celebrates the LGBTQ community, and it celebrates pride and its openness and acceptance. We've been a sponsor of that event since the beginning. It started 3 years ago. Right when I came on board as a director, we were asked to get on board and sponsor it, and we immediately said yes. We will have a table there. We'll also have a table at Riverfest. And so Pride Fest is another event that we look forward to participating in. We'll have people at Riverfest. We'll have people, as I said, at the Pierogi Festival. And obviously we'll have people at Light Up the Valley as well. Other stuff coming up in the summertime. Ricketts Glen, of course, packed. Great hiking, great trails. The 7 tubs are open again. They were closed last summer if you want to get out and do some nature. Party on the patio at the casino every Thursday night with great tribute bands. And of course, you could always get up and catch a Rail Riders game at PNC Field.
No. Really nothing going on in Luzerne County. Well, we have more stuff happening. We have Ali McKittrick from Hazleton and Rockin the Mountain. It's going to be fabulous. So don't tell me there's no place to go in Luzerne County. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Visit Luzerne County, our report we do every month. Remember, we have other reports we have. We have the Schuylkill Report running on Comcast 190 and also Channel 13 and 513 in Hazleton. We have the Mayor's Report, 2 Mayor's Report. Mayor Jeff Cassatt from Hazleton and Mayor Dave Clues from Pottsville. And we have the School District Report with Superintendent Brian Uplinger. We're going all around the Hazleton area school district. So a lot of reporting, a lot of filling you what's going on. Now we're here at Visit Luzerne County offices with my friend Alan Stout, who is the executive director, and he's going to. We have Alec McKittrick here, right? Alec from Hazleton. We took her down from the mountain down to the valley.
Got you both down here
Yeah,
today.
that's right. What's going on with Ali?
Well, I mean, when we talked about what we wanted to talk about in June, I thought we have to have Allie on this episode of the show because Allie is doing all the heavy lifting and the legwork on the Rockin the Mountain music series, which is coming to Hazleton, kicking off on June 21st.
June 21st on a Friday.
So it's exciting to be working with the Visitors Bureau. I'll give you the background, and I'll let Allie take it from there. I was asked last August, right after we wrapped up the Rockin the River music series in Wilkes-Barre, by our county manager, Ramilda Crocomo, and the division head of this department at the time, Jennifer Pecora, who still is a division head with the county, if we could do something similar in Hazleton next year. And I said, yeah, sure. And she said, okay, I'm going to set up a meeting with the mayor. And so we met down in the mayor's office in Hazleton and laid the groundwork for Rockin the Mountain. And that's when we start working with Allie, and she's been a superstar helping put this all together.
So okay, tell us what's going on. Fill us in.
Okay, so we have 3 weeks of tunes, food, and brews. Basically, it's just the perfect thing to do for the summer. There's 3 concerts. They're starting Friday, June 21st. Friday, June 28th.
What's the
and July
21st?
5th.
That's
the
tribute.
21st is tribute to Elton John. It's called Philadelphia Freedom.
Okay.
And then for each of these, we have opening acts. So over the 3 weeks, you'll get to see 6 different live bands. There's going to be food vendors. You're outside in the sun. There's covered pavilions. It's just going to be.
So the first one's June 21st, right? Okay. Then the second one?
June 28th, and that's an evening with Stevie, which is a tribute to Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac.
And you have opening acts for that as well.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we have Friday, July 5th, which is a tribute to Billy Joel, and that's Danny V's 52nd Street Band. We're expecting this to be really, really huge concert series because we are working with Visit Luzerne County, and they have done Rockin the River for like 6 years. Yeah. And so they're very experienced. So we're taking that knowledge and we're bringing it to this, and we're going big on this one. So we have all professional lighting, we have stage manager, we have all this stuff. We're bringing it in. Like, these are real concerts with real bands.
Yeah, it's going to be
out.
exciting.
Yeah.
Where are you from originally?
Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when did you come into this area?
2005.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me, Ali is coming in. I'm a native, and of course, Alan's a native. He's a lot older than me. But tell me what your impression was when you came into Hazleton, Luzerne County.
That's a good question. I mean, Arizona is so, everything is faded. The colors are very faded. So out here, the green really brought me in. And I actually came in right as fall was starting. So seeing
Oh,
the
wow.
leaves, I just fell in love with the place. I really, really did. And it kind of has the mountains. It has a lot of nature that I absolutely love. So to me, I think it's one of the most beautiful states I've been in. There's just a lot here.
The reason I ask you that is because, we look at things as natives coming up. You come in, and look at differently, and sometimes you bring us a lot of knowledge and saying, did you notice, Alan, they'll come in and say, boy, we enjoy the green, the mountainside or whatever, and we look at it every day. We take everything for granted,
It's unbelievable. I mean, one of the things that really impressed me, and it still does, is some of the flowers that just pop up naturally.
Yeah.
The tiger lily, I thought all of these things are, just very, very exotic flowers that just come out of the ground, daffodils and tulips. We never had anything like that in Arizona. So the flowers are just gorgeous this time of year. It seems unreal.
But every state has something to offer, Now, at the Rockin the Mountain up at the City View, park, there's a lot of other things that will be happening in the summer as well, okay? I mean, I know Jeff has tons of things happening,
Yeah. So we have another one of our huge events is in fact, this is historically our biggest event of the year is our Independence Day celebration.
Yes.
So that's actually right after these concerts end. Independence Day happens on July 6th. So that's going to be, again, live music, food, band. People come to that one. That is really, really huge.
Yeah, fireworks too, right?
Yes, fireworks. We have all the fun stuff.
Yeah. I was telling Jeff on the mayor's report when he did the Easter thing.
Yeah.
I was so impressed.
Aw.
They give baskets away or things away.
Lots of candy with different, all different
Over
types
500
of
people, Alan. I was saw all those families that but being together and it was a lot of fun, and that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. It's just bringing the community together and making fun for the community. Like we're all doing this together. We're all in it together.
And that's with the changes of our society, and people coming in, etc. These are opportunities where you get to know these people and you get to appreciate different, nationalities, different ethnic groups, etc.
Yeah.
And every child is a child. Everyone wants to play. Everybody wants to be happy. Everyone wants to. But you find that, Alan, in the events that you have?
Absolutely. I mean, one of the things that you'll notice at Rockin the River, and I know we'll see this in Hazleton too, is the people dancing in front of the stage.
But it's making memories together. I mean, that's what it's about.
Ali,
really.
it's so right. You're making good memories. And sometimes I just wish that, look, we all have our problems and concerns, but if you take a positive view sometimes in life, other than taking a negative view, because what do you have? You have just so many years on this earth, and then why not make the best of it? Don't you feel that way?
Absolutely, yeah, 100%.
Anything in closing you'd like to tell?
I mean, I wanted to, all the sponsors are here. This is free for the community to come out, but it's not free in general. So we do get sponsors for this, and we just want to really thank.
Tell them who they are.
Well, Lehigh Valley Hospital is our biggest sponsor, and then we have Visit Luzerne County. They are our sponsor for us. Discover NEPA, Miracle, they're together, and then Luzerne Foundation. These are some huge sponsors we have. We have Donald Karpovich, Park Place Properties. We have the Hazleton Eye Specialist, Wilkes, Barry Isett, Blaze Alexander. I mean, these guys have come together, and we have partners that are helping us do this as well. But I mean, we're just so grateful because we really couldn't do this without our sponsors and our partners.
And that's why you give them a plug, because they're always there for the community and helping.
Yeah, in a big way,
you know.
absolutely.
And you have the same thing, Alan. You have a lot of people that help you out.
You know, like Ali said, the events are free to the public, but they're not free to produce. And so somebody has to help, help flip the bill, and that's where the sponsors
You
are
talk about food.
huge.
They're going to have a lot of food up there at the
All for a
City View Park.
for every taste bud.
Yeah, it's amazing how this thing developed with Jeff. Jeff had a Cassatt, talking about Jeff Cassatt, mayor up in Hazleton. He had a foresight of what he wanted to do, and boy, it's interesting.
That's a really great point. I mean, City View Park is just the perfect event venue.
Yeah.
So it has everything.
Okay, now to find out more, if you want to find out what's going on in Hazleton, you can contact Ali at 459 4960. We'll put it on the screen, extension 611, if you have any questions or what's going on. And also HazletonRocks.com. Okay, a lot going on, my friends. Visit LuzerneCounty.com. The calendar's there. A lot of activities if you want to know anything else. And if you'd like to contact me, sam@ssptv.com. Thank you for making, incidentally, the Sam Luzerne Show the #1 talk show in northeastern Pennsylvania. I really appreciate that. We'll see you next time.